Match number 1 is starting. It is WGTL Playday 3. It is uMaD with Todd and Cash on the left-hand side versus Colorful and XiaoKK for the Lao Pao Esports Club. And the Chinese, they are starting on the left-hand side of Third Rock, our European Russia-French combo in the bottom right. So this is not Fortitude and XiaoKK. This is a Night Elf Orc matchup versus the established leaders of Cash and Todd. What's this going to be? How is this game going to look like? We expect a lot of aggression from one of these teams. Will it pay off? Who's going to claim the lead in Playday 3?
What are the first heroes going to be? Those are going to tell us a lot. Is it going to be the old school Demon Blade Master combo? The strong trade, right-click, agility heroes putting on pressure right away. Turtle Rock, we used to have it in the 1v1 map pool a long time ago. Here we see the heroes indeed. Demon Hunter, Blade Master, probably aggressive play. We have Blade Master also from Cash and an AM. So this is looking quite old school indeed. But yeah, back to Turtle Rock. We used to have it on 1v1 a while ago. That always was a really big map. Hard to take control of that map. But in 2v2, it's much smaller. Normally, you're always forced to fight together. Lots of 2v2 maps turn into split push maps. This is absolutely not the case here. This is going to be both teams working together and trying to secure the resources on the map.
All right. How much of a good start will the Chinese have? The Chinese have, as they will be the aggressors. Colorful taking it a step back, creeping first, so it's not ultra aggression. And what Cash will we see today? The strong one of Playday 2, where he almost defeated Infi on Concealed Hill, or the weak one of Playday 1. Does this look weird to you, by the way?
It looks completely different.
Yes.
It looks completely different from when I tested it a few days ago. Did they modify the graphics on NetEase?
I was of that opinion already in Playday 1 on 2 that they have like some kind of shaders or filters over it.
I didn't notice it before, but now it's really obvious.
Yeah.
It looks very different to the Battle.net version.
Yeah, that is very true. Well, let's see. So, we said LP Club's plan should be not allow the Archmage to creep, but they do. And so he gets the level 2, he gets the Brilliance Aura. It is time for the Blade Master to try and find some steals. Ooh. XiaoKK, is he in time? Cash with the last hit and the Ring of Protection. The Todd Curse swifting over to Cash. And okay, now it's back.
We can see they are in comms as well. We saw Todd there talking to Cash. Once again, nice implementation here of the webcams. That's really cool to have. We don't have the ability at the moment to have offline tournaments, but here we still get a bit of a feel for what it's like for the players.
They use a mod called War Chasers Reforged. Alright. Haven't heard of that before. I'm looking forward to the fights in the water, man. Oh, this is gonna be something. So
battling for the Ogre Magi. It's always, of course, a big grab on Turtle Rock. Ooh, but Cash is coming in. This would be a massive steal.
Oh, good damage on XiaoKK is revealed now. So this should mean that the Ogre goes to Cash if he does it right. Wow. I can hardly tell which grunt that was, but it is Cash's now. Is there a way out for XiaoKK, or will he just lose his Blade Master? So far he's playing nicely around it.
Nice, trying to stick around, trying to not give this Ogre Magi to Cash too easily. How many hits does he has left? 2? Okay. Can still stick around a little bit over here. On the other side of the map, we have the same kind of engagement for the other Ogre Magi, and it was Colorful claiming that Watch Award right there. Also the item, which was the ring. And Todd quite eager to engage here with his footies, but it's the grunts and the archers from the enemy, so it's kind of like a 2v1 down there.
Second.
Cash gets the ward on the other side, though.
Okay. So Todd is far away from level 3. That's going to be a problem down the road. And speaking of problems, this Blade Master, how is he not dying? He's dying to the creeps now.
Oh.
Not
How did he
giving-
get trapped back there?
Wait a second. XiaoKK, 22 HP. Oh no.
Huh.
Alright, it's only level 1 Blade Master. It's not the biggest deal. He got the item and he got the ward. So at least it's not the 2 wards for LP Club. Blood Mage second for Todd. He
Second tier
cash
here for cash.
yeah,
is delayed.
just arrived at tier 2, and so the Blade Master is occupying the slot at the altar. Delays everything quite a bit.
Demon close to 3. I'm liking LP's position here. Cash really lost all momentum here in the early. But I guess that's okay. Normally the Blade Master isn't really the late game carry in 2v2. Rare that we see him doing all the heavy lifting. Red Camp now is a really big deal. Seems like Colorful can claim this rather easily. The Naga with the slow secures it, hoping for the big aura. Gets the claws plus 12. Which isn't bad, but certainly pales in comparison to the big aura items. And uMaD, they're feeling so afraid. They're creeping together, seemingly losing a lot of efficiency.
True that. Naga second for Colorful. Lots of archers already. Trying to make a transition. XiaoKK gets some information and also trying to go for the big turtle. That is not allowed to happen here. They are not allowed to lose this. And the big mana goes to the Blade Master.
Oh, he didn't get the last hit, but he got the big mana, and that matters more. Where's KK second hero, though?
Good question. He's very short on gold, so it should be in production.
Yeah, Cash's shadow was delayed because the Blade Master was occupying the altar, and so he had a faster hero. But anyways, now it's out for KK. Perhaps he went for a slower attack for more grunts to aid his ally in creeping. And yeah, speaking of creeping, lots of neutrals being taken up, but the next fight is materializing itself over here at the left-hand side. Merchant with aggressive hexes. uMaD is going in, possibly going to be able to take out the first grunt. This is already 1-1 upgrades for KK on the grunts.
Yeah.
Crazy fast with those.
And Cash's grunts are just dying in all this focus fire of archers. Not too much they can do about it. Cash is supposed to block, but this is just not happening. The Blood Mage has almost no impact. Blade Master's focusing on the Archmage, has to retreat once again. He found level 3, but it's kind of easy to deal with the Water Elementals at the moment. Cash with Raiders and a Shadowhunter and Walker, so Spirit Link is in. That's like one advantage they have.
And on the chase now with a Hex, they can find some kills of their own. Spirit Link protecting a little bit, but not enough seemingly. At least one rifle's gonna go down. More looking like 2 rifles gonna go down. Yep, there was even a level up for the Naga. She's up to 3 now. So many archers. Expansion coming up as well. Would be wonderful if marksmanship was to be upgraded, but that's of course quite expensive. Don't know if Colorful can fit that in. But this is looking worse and worse for uMaD, isn't it? Nothing seems to be going their way.
I agree. 3 heroes already for Colorful. Blade Master isn't level 3, but yeah, the big problem is of course Shadowhunter as well. Archmage looking good with the 2 mantles, but in 2-on-2, yeah, you name it, it doesn't really matter that much. Expansion for Colorful, they know how far ahead they are.
And they still have both turtle spots on their side of the map with the consumables there to grab. And without those consumables, they even won these last few engagements. It's always a bad sign on Turtle Rock when you see players creeping the Gargantuan between the starting positions. It's like one of the least rewarding camps in the map, but it's a safe one. And the only one that uMaD safely could go for. Next fight breaks out. Oh, Blade Master in trouble there for KK. Has to be careful. Speed scroll though, disengage. And even now Wisps coming into the fray for some detonates as well. Shadowhunter in deep trouble for Cash. Gonna be hexed, gonna be killed. Demon is level 4. So rare to see in 2v2. He's gonna be an ultra tank now. and the archers still providing so much damage from the backline. But the archers could be reached. There's barely anything protecting them anymore. Flame Strike comes in for a bit of added damage, but it's level 1. It's really not that much. And well, there's not much front line, but this Demon Hunter is providing a good part of it. Blade Master in trouble. Oh, didn't have any item there.
No,
KK loses his first hero, but he's next to the tavern. Could perhaps revive it right away.
And he does. Supply-wise, KK is losing quite some, but also cash down to 28. They just can't deal with the archers. It seems like they are the #1 damage dealer, trying to zone a little with the flame strike, so they have to move the archers back. They lose some damage uptime, but in the end, just Cash is losing everything, including his Blade Master for the second time, and the Raiders fall and the Grunts fall. I don't see much hope right there, to be honest. Todd is trying everything to diminish the numbers. Stay strong at 42, but there's a Colorful with 44, great hero levels, and an expansion against him.
And Cash has lost everything. He's got no heroes. He's got 22 supply. Oh, super rough game for Cash. That's oftentimes the way it goes for the Orcs. They are, in the early game, the distraction, the space creator, and in the late game, they're the frontline tanks who get gunned down first. Gunned down in this case, not by rifles, but rather by archers. Now the Expo standing, and that should be so much production. We're gonna have LP getting up to 50 here quite quickly, and then probably gonna go into upkeep soon after.
Looks like it's LP's game from here, but we've seen Todd in very desperate moments in this league, also in the qualifier, and he had some ways to turn around, especially in the solos. But LP Club know exactly what's up. This is the one camp that they can go for, and they can creep Jack him hard. Look at all the pink dots on the map streaming towards the upper right. They just want to end the game right here.
And they might be ready to do so as well. Or could this perhaps turn into an overextension? Hard to imagine when Cash is still at only 36 supply. Decent flame strike there in the back, putting a bit of damage onto the forces of LP. But these rifles have like no protection. The Raiders reach them. The Demon Hunter's right there. Invul forced on the AM right away. There is a TP for Todd to get out. Blade gets to level 3. Speed scroll. Everything is in the thick of things. Didn't even see how the Shadow Hunter, I guess, died.
Yes.
Naya got to 4, but guess what? The second Shadow Hunter is also gonna die. Following?
Cash keeps him alive. Oh no, now he dies as well. Oh boy, and the Blood Mage falls too. This is not looking good. Double kill for LP. And now Cash's army is completely gone. The Blade Master falls for the 3rd time in this game. And I think
Level
it's time to cap
5
soon.
Demon Hunter in a 2v2.
Yeah.
Dude. What the hell? That never happens.
Todd and Cash, knowing how important this 2-2 is, not willing to give this up yet. But what's the way out? What's the way to stop this expansion? What's the way to stop the Night Elf Mass?
Cash, as if he hadn't been punished enough already this game, now losing his altar, losing his Boros, calls for the GG. This is over. LP take the lead.
Not the greatest start, and the unusual or the new combo for LP Club. It is working. This edition of XiaoKK for LP Club, we thought, what is this guy doing on one of the best teams in the world? And week after week after week after week, he shows he's the sponge, the damage sponge in the 2-2s. Great combo with Fortitude, now a great combo with Colorful. He's just there when he's needed to be, and he doesn't do any big mistakes. He's harassing really well with the Blade Master. We say this for years, that the early game control of XiaoKK is incredible. And then Colorful leading his way to victory in the tier 2 stages.
Yeah, the rifles for once not overpowering. There were no easy targets in Dryads to gun down right away. They're okay against the Grunts. They're kind of okay against archers as well. But against dealing with heroes, it's really tough. Dealing with a Blade Master and with a Demon Hunter with just rifles and right clicks and no Stormbolt or anything. Nice strat by LP. That was cool.
Yeah, unexpected, but very, very successful. Highlights of map 1. This is the most decisive fight, I guess, after the Blade Master for Cash died already at the upper right. They fight at the bottom left. And they're just not ready. An overwhelming mass of archers that can never really be reached. Cash with his grunts is supposed to be there, but he's on the other side of the fight, busy fighting XiaoKK. And yeah, the Demon Hunter takes care of the rifles. Todd has to retreat, and Colorful's just marching forward, killing so much.
Yeah, amazing positioning on these archers. Never overexposed. You know, you can't just right-click into these archers and take them out that way. They have to be in a proper position as well. Otherwise, the Demon and the Blade Master are just gonna rip you apart. Also, the army here for the uMaD boys wasn't too fast. No movement speed increase of any kind to close the gap towards these archers.
The one-on-ones are coming next, the first and the second one. And will it be Cash for the third time again? In the first solo, paving the way for uMaD. Or will they switch it up? They could see Sonik, they could see Todd. For LP Club, it's usually Fortitude. Or no, Focus, sorry, Focus, not Fortitude.
So, if we see Cash here, is there a weakness that LP could try to exploit? Does Cash have a weakness?
I guess he's calling to play Orc, right? So it's not that he can adjust his race to the map. He has to state his race before.
Yes.
Maybe they just seed an Orc mirror because they think Focus is better. It's uMaD's map choice, though.
I mean, Colorful is also really good against Orc, right?
That's true.
And if you throw in Colorful later against Todd, that could be really tough.
Maybe you just send Sonik again on uMaD's side. I guess we'll see as we go into the first little break of the clan war. It's LP Club, the Lao Pao Esports Club, with the 1-0 after 2-2. Number 1. Who's it going to be in the first one-on-one? Tell us in chat. What would you seed, you couch team captains over there? See you in a bit. Cash vs Focus is our first one-on-one of the day. Can the Lao Pao Esports Club run away with a 2-0, or can uMaD strike back? There, on paper, strongest player is stepping in the ring. He's in the upper right. Focus in the bottom left. uMaD, they need this win desperately.
Cash, can he deliver today? So the way this works, by the way, is the losing team of the previous match gets to choose the next map. And the choice was concealed. An Orc favorite nowadays. Heal fountains, of course, always pretty nice. Orcs love those, but it's more of a late game thing, but also early game creep route and possibly even Farseer expansions. Very popular here, but only in certain matchups. So both throw in their Orc players to contest Unconcealed. Farseer here would be a massive surprise. Blade Master much more likely. Indeed, Blade Master is what we see. You know, over the last few years, we have seen lots of development in so many matchups. Almost every single matchup changed, but Orc Mirror largely remained the same. It's still usually Blade Master, Raider, Walker. Every now and then, we see a tier 3 sprinkled in, but usually that is what we can expect.
Yeah, I would agree. Raider, Walker, Kodo is the standard. A big thing here is who gets the middle, who gets the Ogre. Focus was the first one to implement the lure out the Ogre play, trap him at the tavern or even trap him at the base. for the biggest item on this map. How aggressive will they be? We have seen no barrack plays by Fly and Lin, and that didn't seem to be the best thing to do. So we go back to standard with grunts and with creeping. It's gearing up this Blade Master time.
Yeah, a lot of the early game and also transition to the mid game will be about creep routes, and Focus is the master of creep routes. He has pretty much always got the best creep routes down right away, and we can see a differing opening here already. Only the item being picked up by Focus, whereas Cash goes for the full camp. Both being given a circlet. With a crit first for Cash, I guess that is pretty fast. But contesting the next few camps now, if that should be forced, is going to be a little bit more difficult without Windwalk. Focus quite aggressively here, moving across the map, second circlet for him, and now comes in with the perfect timing against the turtle. If he steals this, that's a massive deal. He's going for the Blade Master right away, who doesn't have Windwalk.
It's a disaster. It happens for Cash again, just like in the 2-on-2 early loss on the Blade. That doesn't do too much in terms of like resources or waiting time, but this is all experience for Focus, and this is a burrow prevented. This is a huge early. He also steals the turtle.
Yeah. Oh man. Cost a bit of lumber there. Cancelled the burrow. Doesn't guess the best drop. But you know, it's of course not good, but at least no experience was given over. The last hit went to the turtles. So it's a little bit of an experience lead here for Cash, interestingly enough. However, he still doesn't have Windwalk to make use of. Where's the grunt for Focus? What's he doing?
I think he's moving across the map now. Focus got more experience here. Still 4 selves to use, so you can definitely go for this. For these trades. There's the grunt for Focus. 2 versus 1 grunt. Second one is coming now.
Yeah, kind of weird that the grunt wasn't with Focus this whole time. I think if he had just stuck with the grunt and Blade Master together, he could have taken this full green camp away by the time that Cash's Blade returned. So, you know what? It's actually going to be Cash on level 2 first. Whoops. Takes a little bit longer. 4 more experience. Dude, Focus. Are you really creeping the enemy natural right now?
Wow, Sea Brave.
Yeah.
Cash has no clue though.
We're seeing this more and more, I feel like, on this map. And that's thanks to the wonder of Speed Scroll. You can go for these greedy attempts, even if you get jacked. Speed Scroll usually gets you out of trouble. That's so much experience. There's 2 massive items right here. Claws +9 and Pennant of Energy, which are both a little too strong for this camp, probably. Let's see what he gets. Focus known for getting great drops. It's a Talisman of Evasion. Can be good for the Blade, but only if he gets attacked.
Both is level 2 now. Focus quite a bit ahead, but if he loses this grunt, and he will, boom, Cash is coming back into this series. That's a huge loss for Focus. A calculated risk, I think. Oh, Cash with the block. Focus, nice sidestep. But Speed Scroll, he wants to go for it again. A little waste, maybe.
And that Speed Scroll being gone is a big deal. That means if there should be an engagement breaking out, there's only going to be 1 Speed Scroll to use for Cash. Whereas Focus is going to have 2. Focus going towards the middle. Red camp snipe, one of his favorite things to do. Normally, Focus never messes these up. And this is certainly an Ogre Lord trap. This is very predictable though. Cash should know this is happening. But he is not coming to prevent it. He's just letting this happen.
Yeah, what's he gonna get for it? I think it's just the shop. And that's it. So this does take some time, but not an extreme amount.
Oh, Helm of Valor. Not bad. This Blade Master is really stacked, dude. He's got decent damage, and he's super tanky for Focus. This Blade can go ham.
Cash is trying to get revenge for the natural creep that was stolen from him. And Focus gives him the time for now. Just stuck at the shop. Shadowhunters come out. Is one of these SH gonna be very aggressive? Doesn't seem like it. They keep on creeping. Level 3 and a crystal ball for Cash. Both not with the nut items.
Level 2 now for the Shadowhunter. For Focus, that means Heal Wave. That's a big deal. Did he get the heal scroll already? No. Daytime right now, which means heal scroll becomes available. This is a massive deal. I'm surprised they're not running for it right away. First they're going for the kills. Raider gonna be taken out thanks to the Hex, but also a Grunt is gonna fall here for Focus.
The Walker for Cash, though, trying to get him away with the speed scroll, not moving into ethereal form, and that is one of the spellcasters gone. That means no Spirit Link at the moment for the Russian. 2 Walkers up for Cash. That's a big deal, and Focus saves the Raider for now. Gotta be careful about the next Hex. There's limited mana, but Ensnare is ready, so there is a little bit of Dispel or Cash. Not number 5. Once the Ensnare is out, hexes the Raider to get away with a black eye.
Man, scary choice by Cash. Decides to engage there with 1 speed scroll less, with level 1 Shadow versus level 2 Shadow. Perhaps a little ambitious.
Maybe it feels the need to take the risks to come back into this game. Thank you, by the way, Traveler, Paper Ninja, Sin, and Lavendel Kissin for the resubs. Hope you guys are doing well with full-time Warcraft 3. Hells yeah! The more Warcraft, the better.
Thank you guys very much. Cash needs to catch up on experience ASAP. Level 3 Shadowhunter is a game changer in this matchup. Well, in every matchup, actually. Big camps left are the red camps, but they're really not easy to creep, especially if you don't have much anti-air. There is Ensnare, yes, but that is not exactly the best answer. I guess the Walkers can do it, though. Walker right-click damage against heavy armor, not to be underestimated. And there's big items here to be found. Scourge Bone Chimes, first and foremost.
Yeah, I feel like Cash definitely would need one of those to have a chance in these fights. Nice Hex by Focus. Level 3, only the Belt of Giant Strength, but experience prevented. The most important level up in this entire matchup, just acquired. And Cash only level 2.5. And all around him, there's no experience to be gathered. So he kind of wants this fight, but I don't think he's in a position to take it.
Walk mirror fight on a health fountain. Get settled in, boys. This one might take quite a while.
Well,
there's a Kodo here for Cash, and that is a good advantage. Does he get off a Devour?
No, close.
Trying to dodge against it. Focus loses the first Raider, though, but gets the return kill on the enemy Raider as well. Kodo can't devour the Walkers as they have resistance skin, but can still try to go for the Grunts and the Raiders. Another Raider there goes down for Cash. Healing not quite enough. Of course, he only has level 1 heal wave. Kodo now ensnared. Now getting focus. Cash needs to try to keep his Kodo alive over here next to the fountain. Another heal wave comes in. This Kodo is taking forever to kill. Ensnare should be ready again, though. Yep, there it is. And now with the crits coming in, that is the Kodo going down. And now it's 1 versus 0 Kodos.
And that one devoured as well. Cash has to commit to it, but with what? He has nothing on the field, a lot of peons. Okay, that's it. But another Grunt falls. Cash is down to 46 supply at the moment. And still no level 3 SH. Maybe he overestimated the power of the incoming Kodo Beast and the heal scroll, which he in the end didn't even use. And that's level 4 for the Blade.
And now his strong inventory is really gonna come to shine here soon. It's not crazy. It's not like he has plus 30 damage, but he's got some good bonus agi, and he is very tanky. Cash needs to get this red camp. And I think it's pretty predictable that Cash will be up here. He needs to get some way back into this game. Perhaps Focus could have tried to contest up here, but no, Focus is falling back to the main. Healing up a little bit. Wait a minute, he went to tier 3. He just purchased a tiny Great Hall.
Huh? Alright. That is of course something you can do with a big advantage from the early. Like, he had a great advantage in the early game, killing the Blade Master. Then he got the advantage in the mid game, killing the Ogre Lord in the middle, and winning the fight now. So why not? Cash taking so long for this camp. Oh my god.
Gets the Lion Horn, which is very good. But is it as good as the second base? I'm not so sure. Big consumable over here. And a Shredder for focus, man. And a big mana pot. Okay, there it is.
Lightning Orb as well. Kodo Aura will be upgraded soon, I guess. Focus has the right cards in his hand. He just has to play them well. But by the way, is your stream stuttering as well, or is it just on my end?
Yeah, now mine is just stuck.
Okay. Okay, fine for me. Yeah, this Blade Master is very, very tanky. Close to 10 armor with a dodge chance. And, of course, all the healing. Cash lost every arms race there is in this game. And he's in a dead end of the map. Where do you go from here? He's on the opposite side of where he has to be with the expansion, the bottom right. But it seems like he knows about it. As he's taking to tier 3 as well. But focus, the clock is ticking in his favor. Double income now.
And Torrents are coming. Hells yeah. It was Infi introducing Torrents a while ago, where he single-handedly, in Orc Mirror, changed the meta at least a little bit for a while. Felt like tier 3 was mostly gone out of the meta once again, but I'm glad to see it here returning. And the idea was, well, Torrents can't be good in Orc Mirror because they either get hexed, or ensnared, or devoured. That all sounds bad on paper, but actually we have been seeing them doing quite alright in Orc Mirror. And if they can stand in the front line and they don't get disabled, they certainly have crazy amounts of health, especially with Spirit Link. And since the front lines are so rigid, the Pulverize can also be really good.
So Cash, what's your item?
4 level up. But this Blade Master's inventory, like how much can you really make use of that crit?
Yeah, it's not the greatest crit for sure. Only a circlet. Definitely a little unlucky when it comes to item, but once again, it's a thing that we've seen throughout Focus' career. He has the better items, he creeps more spots and he creeps faster. So definitely deserved this inventory. Cash was never able to contest it. And still needs so much more time.
Lightning Orb, by the way, also crazy good in Orc Mirror. It has an auto dispel on a proc chance of 30%, which means every few hits you dispel Spirit Link without having to use mana on your own walkers. Thorwid, thank you for the 13-month resub. Man, that's a scary army right there. Yeah. That Focus is barreling down on. But Cash has a big army himself. Alright.
Shouldn't be tier 3 yet. It's 3 Kodos. How good are the Devours? Works against it with Hex. Focus losing the first Raider, but how much damage do the Tauren do? Kodos are trying to get something, but good micro by Focus. Always move his units out of the way. There's not much to snag, actually. Kodo falls for Focus.
Yeah. The Taurens can't really commit in because of the threat of those Kodos. One of them now could be taken out. Oh my god, they're surviving for a really long time though. Cash doing a good job using his Kodos, but one Kodo now has been killed off. Second Kodo getting focused with the Ensnare, with the Lightning Orb, everything being used. But the supply is getting more and more even.
How is he doing this? This looks like magic. Cash doing the Kodo now after the big Devour. The Tauren is back in the game. They soak up so much damage, it's incredible. Heal wave after heal wave. Mana's looking okay for Cash. Not sure how it is for Focus. I think it's the same. Oh, level 4 now. Even more mana. Man, the Kodo snipes. Another Devour on that Tauren. Oh!
That Kodo is dead. Tauren is back.
Okay, there we go. Shadowhunter in the midst of everything could be surrounded, and that's why Focus is going for TP. Dust settles, and in the end, is there any losses out? No. Okay. Supply-wise, we're still relatively even, but there is the bottom right. There's the expansion for Focus. Yes, he invested a lot, 700 gold into it, but his army is still better. He can get reinforcements way faster.
And he's still going for more Tauren. Surprises me. Tauren in that fight really didn't look that good.
Yeah, this should be a should be a good sign for Cash. Like, hey, I can be competitive. I can deal with him. I'm not too sure if I'm the biggest fan of the Torrent, to be honest. If there's this high amount of Kodos.
Yeah, true. That changes everything. But Focus is going heavier and heavier into them. Also the first attack upgrade now, which is going to be benefiting the Torrent, the Raiders, and the Grunts. Wow, Cash moving across the map to be aggressive, fighting into the enemy base where there's a shop nearby. And the Kodos aren't in range. Oh my god, these Raiders are just getting obliterated by all this normal damage in the Blade Master.
Torrents reign supreme. 2 Raiders down immediately. Finally gets one snack out. Second one shouldn't be that easy as the Raider and Blade Master have Ensnare and Purge. So Kodo pretty much not moving at all. Level 5 now for Focus. Big crits coming in soon.
As the next Kodo falling, and with that, a Torrent would be coming back. Kodo survives for a little bit longer, but man, Cash is dropping low in supply. Only 40 left, and there's more kills on the platter. Focus realizes this game is his. Cash taps out. GG is called. 2-0 for LP.
Uh-oh. uMaD was 3-0'd by Rogue Warriors, and now they're on the way to exactly this result again. Focus happy as one can be after this magnificent win over Cash. That match was a nightmare for our Russian orc. In no stage of the game did he have a big accomplishment. Just Focus taking the lead after 3 minutes and ran away.
I think that hold outside Cash's main was pretty strong there with the Kodos, but he was so far behind at that point. But you know, it's Focus, man. He's one of the best orcs in the world. Any foreigner orc is gonna have a super tough time in Orc Mirror. And to make matters worse, this is NetEase. This is gonna be a bad ping for any foreigner. Focus looking strong. The expected results here comes in. But come on, map 3. Sonik or Todd now, jumping into the ring. We want to see a victory here for uMaD.
Yeah, Sonik had the best shape for like 2 weeks ago and was super competitive against Fly on Terrana stand. Kind of a miracle that Fly took that game, honestly. Todd has played a great Human vs. Night Elf against Joshi Shi and Hurricane Bow in the qualifiers, both victorious. And Colorful's Warden still, I know you fanboy him a lot, and he improved a lot, I know, but his Warden is still not on top tier level. And then Todd, I think, has a chance. Highlights here from map number 2. Focus this kill right away.
Yeah.
That's where things derailed already.
I think he came back okay from that. Like, he didn't lose too much experience. He lost gold, yes, but he was still on par with the levels. This fight really was very questionable to me. Down a level on the Shadow, down a speed scroll. He was at the risk of losing his Blade Master again. Like, if the units are closer, if there's another speed scroll ready, if Focus had popped the speed scroll right here, maybe he gets the surround, and that would be the kill, and that would be the game.
Yeah, maybe a little Sonic inspired, a little too much Davai. We see this later as well here, exactly. When he has the heal scroll and the Kodo advantage and still a level down on the Shadow Hunter, and he thinks, okay, I can take this fight. But Focus with his back against the fountain, with the level 2 heal wave and the bigger items. And then the Kodo comes in, equalizing that disadvantage. And then Focus takes it from here again. So what's next?
Yeah. Map choice now with uMaD. They announce the map, and then both teams seed a player on it.
I think if you're LP, you're fine with anything. Colorful, pretty okay in Night Elf Mirror. I think the best shot for uMaD is actually the Night Elf Mirror or Todd versus Colorful. So If LP seeds Fortitude now, they're aiming for the 3-0 win.
So, what do? You go for a bad human map and seed Sonik? You could go Twisted right now. Twisted is not banned. Go
Twisted and
seed
Sonik?
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Alright. Yeah, then that would mean we have Twisted in the left, right? Twisted. Is that the only map left then? Oh no, you have one. You have one veto, not two.
Yeah, we also have Amazonia still left. And apparently Amazonia is gonna be the map.
Right.
Told to us by the admin, Chris. Manager. Chris.
Yeah, uMaD manager Chris coming in. Sonik versus Colorful on AZ is gonna be match number 3. Sonik, the lifeline now for uMaD. Match number 3, match points for the Lao Pao Esports Club. Seems like the first solo for Colorful actually in this league. We've seen Focus, we've seen Fortitude. They were all very successful. Sonik, devastating loss against Fly. Had the lead very early, but then Fly was hanging by a thread, but he pulled that thread out of Sonic's game. If this fails now, can uMaD say bye-bye to the playoffs? LP is the number 3 team in this league, that's for sure. There's 4 playoff spots. So even if uMaD loses here today, they still have a shot, but then they have to defeat F4 pretty much with Sok, Chemico, Soin, and Check. It's not that easy of a task anyway. Doesn't really matter. Also, Rise Again. Like, if they lose here today, they have to win pretty much everything from here on out.
Yeah, and especially F4 won't be an easy opponent at all. Rise Again with Moon. Also scary, but the other 2 players have proven to be absolutely beatable. We're going to be seeing them later as well. It's going to be Rise Again, in fact, against F4 to see which all-Korean team is the best, I guess. Yeah. It's going to be our last clan war of the day. So who do we have as our duo stepping into the ring?
Sonik and Colorful.
Sonik and Colorful, yeah. Of course. Chris said it.
And it's starting in a second, maybe a little rehost here. And here it is. 3 match points for LP Club. Sonik, we need the greatest Davai force that you can bring to the table right here. Colorful, for quite some time, the best Night Elf in China, especially after Live retiring. Sonik, not the best Night Elf even in the Ukraine for a long time. And his shape seemed to be descending in the past 7 days, I think. His rise before was magnificent. Seemed like he hit his peak 2 weeks ago, though. He needs to be his best.
I think in general it's still pretty promising. Like Sonik, yeah, the last few days haven't been super outstanding for him. But I feel what he's been able to show the last few weeks, maybe months, was much better than, honestly, the years prior. The last few years haven't been too gracious to Sonik. When he got to WGL, he never really got far. And oftentimes, he didn't even get there. And not just WGL, also tournaments in Europe, the weekly cups, the bigger tournaments. Foggy sometimes makes it to the final, or made it to the final, but it was rare. And when he was playing against the best, against the likes of Happy Cash, Foggy, normally he didn't stand much of a chance. But most recently, he's once again been looking much stronger, much more competitive. There's no question, Colorful is the big favorite here. But I don't believe that this is impossible for Sonik.
I definitely agree. And from a mental standpoint, it can be very hard to go into a 0-2 match and think, oh man, we still have to face Fortitude. We still have to face Fortitude and XiaoKK in the 2-on-2s. We're fighting such an uphill battle. But what we learned from Chris doing a co-cast with us last Saturday during the Stay at Home Story Cup, Sonik is the mental leader in the team, spamming the team chat. Let's go, boys. We can do it. They have the big names, but whatever. We can still take that, and that's absolutely what's necessary. Colorful in the bottom left in pink. uMaD represented in the light blue once more. No creeps denied here. We have close to level 2. Claws of attack for Sonik against the ring for Colorful. That's a good start if you ever need one.
Also slippers though, so that makes up for a little bit here. That would be an interesting question now. What wins out, slippers plus ring or claws? Should be pretty close, I guess. Circlet also gonna be bought up here by the Demon Hunters. Colorful tried to steal it away. Oh, is that a block? Is he stuck in there now? Oh, and with the cloak, Sonik is hiding, but well, he's not quite surrounded, so Colorful gets out.
Can't the creeps just help Sonik a little and like finish this round? Would have been so easy for them.
You know, maybe it's a bit more convincing. Maybe we have to bribe them somehow.
Too late for that now, I guess. Dust on Sonic's side. Nothing really for Colorful. Trying to steal this archer away, but fast reaction, good Shadow Melt. And the question is, what kind of meta will we see? Amazonia for years. The bear map with the Zeppelin drops. But more recently, we've seen more and more archers, and in the 2-on-2, Colorful played a lot of archers as well. Seems to be a fan of that unit. Sonik getting a kill here in the base.
Yeah, very nice. Unusual to see. With the dust here, the Demon Hunter has a good time running down these archers, and perhaps Colorful underestimating this pressure a little bit. Wait a minute, is that a second kill?
Needs more moon juice for sure. Mana burn, okay, but that doesn't do too much. Moon juice almost empty. Colorful trying to block him next to the tree during the tech. Oh, Sonik, this looks like a TP for me. 2 archers killed though. Will he block him?
That's a good trade. TP for 2 archers, I think that's good for Sonik.
Especially if Colorful's plan is to go for heavy archers. This, of course, is faster creeping. This is a stronger mid-game for the Ukrainian.
Yeah, if we see a race to the Naga here in the middle of the map, those 2 archers being missing would be very noticeable. However, this also costs a lot of moon juice to heal up from. Demon Hunter for Sonik isn't even full HP and starts the next camp. He's gonna... Wait a minute. He's gonna take a ton more damage from this camp.
How is he?
Can he even creep this cap? Oh, Sonik.
All right. He can.
He's taking so much damage. That was not worth it.
Gets the lightning shield as a reward. No level 3 moon juice, not looking good. I see it now. And we talked about the Naga race. Colorful wins it easy, as he's the only one so far.
Yeah.
Going for
why
that.
didn't Sonik just contest the middle? He would have had 2 more archers.
Maybe a little too confident. But okay, I have this 2 archer lead now. I can afford this. Shredder moving into the middle. Big investment. He's investing a Shredder over a second hero.
He's gonna add the second hero now. To be fair, the Demon Hunter was very low when he TP'd out, so maybe Sonik felt he couldn't contest the middle with a low HP Demon. Ring not quite stolen there. Goes to Colorful. Double ring now on him, plus Agi. Slippers. So lots of armor on this Demon Hunter for Colorful. But further away from level 3. That is the advantage right here that we have for Sonik.
Yeah, I would love to see Sonic's base now. Does he have the Hunter's Hall in time? With that Shredder investment and the Circlet and the Dust, I don't think he can afford it. He's going for a push. He's going for the Shredder push.
Yeah, the Shredder push. I haven't seen this in forever.
And Colorful is teching. If he gets a second Shredder, that's huge.
There must be Wisp nearby for the repair as well. Gets the Shredder. It's stuck though.
Did he expect this and blocked him in?
I mean, I'm not sure it's good though, because this Moonwell is just falling.
And Colorful will be stuck at 30.
This is not looking bad for Sonik at all.
This tech is then completely for nothing. Engine of War coming in as well. Installing more time. Colorful rebuild a Moonwell, so he's not supply stuck. But 40 supply. Okay, more time. So far, Colorful just stalling. This Ancient Protector will help a lot. Master Bears are done.
Getting a few more archers as well. Colorful getting up to 5 with that. But it's really tough to engage into this AP.
2 Shredders. If he kills the Hunter Soul, what does it block again? Does it block bears? He's heavily committing to it. That of Tech Tree. We should absolutely know this. It's definitely no upgrades, but he can't afford that anyway.
I think it doesn't block bears, but I'm not 100%. Hunter's Hall for Sonik as well. When that finishes, he can make glaives here with this offensive Ancient of War. Pretty smart.
Yeah. Ultra Vision will come in handy as well. Very patient play by Colorful.
Long range Orbital Venom on the Naga, I like it. Can spread the Venom damage now. Master Training is coming in. You know, Shredders also expensive units. 400 gold almost each. So this is close to 800 gold that was invested here. It's not like they come cheap.
And so far they didn't do too much. Catching a lot of damage. Can be repaired, of course. Sonik is moving back his Ancient of War.
Dude, Colorful, not breaking a sweat. He's just hunkering down, saying, yep, I got time. I got my AP up here. That AP timing was so crucial, by the way.
Also the positioning, hidden behind 2 buildings. Yeah. Really nice.
And Archer's not overstepping, just in hold position. It's just the Naga spreading the damage. And guess what Sonik doesn't have? Healing. No reju. Nothing. Yeah. This poison damage is really stacking up.
Smart play by Colorful. His Demon Hunter is also very tanky. Sonik committing hard to it. Master Bears are done. Staff on the first Shredder takes him out. The Ancient of War is having a hard time reaching even the Shredders, the damage dealers. They're out of that fight.
Going for the Naga now after she's basically out of that fight. Also, 1 bear drops low, but the staff saves it. And Colorful holds the push.
Easy. Like, really easy.
Yeah, he lost the Moonwell. He lost the Hunter's Hall. But that's not the end of the world.
Sonik in the meantime trying to transition to bears as well. Good thing for Sonik, he's gonna have a big lumber advantage.
And that, you know, can matter in Bamera for the upgrades. But it's also 8 supplies stuck in Shredders. Which, if brought to a fight, is not worth 8 supply.
Plus repair costs now makes it even more important. More expensive than the 800 gold already committed. Oh, Sonic's army is ridiculously small.
Imagine a creep drag right here. That could have ended the game. But no, it's a push into the main by Colorful instead. And this is a very unfortunate time. Seen from Sonic's perspective. There's a TP on Colorful. So he's safe. But Sonik doesn't have one. Oh, and now the slow against the bears. Nice Reacher staff. Saves that one. But it's hard to get back to the safety of the main now for the Ukrainian.
Yeah, Sonik doesn't want to fight. That's for sure. He needs time for his tier 3, for his bears. So all he can do at the moment is run away, and that's the chance for Colorful to soak up pretty much the entire map. Shop, trolls, merchant. Red spot maybe a little too ambitious now. But high levels coming in.
Yeah. Just taking away the enemy natural seems like a very smart play right now. Once again, that's where Sonik is trying to get a bit more experience. One more item. But here comes the Jack. There is a staff, but only can be used on one target. Reach coming in, Shredder's coming in.
It's 5 bears, man. 6 supply down, and this bear is just melting. Another staff used, that means no second staff available. Shredder has to do quite some heavy lifting, and he's focusing this Demon Hunter with 2 rings and 2 slippers.
Oh, TP out is forced, however. Colorful took out both Shredders, lost 1 bear, lost 1 archer. It's almost an even trade.
But
yeah, this Demon Hunter is he's a house.
So, usually in a situation like this, a great play would be Zeppelin drops. But A, can he afford it? B, aren't there too many archers to stop that very early on?
Yeah, Sonic's still struggling in the supply. I would love to know the upgrades. Maybe he's got some upgrades going.
Colorful has 1,000 gold though. Low lumber.
Yeah, if only he had a Shredder, huh?
Sonic being aggressive once again. Lagger. There we go. 1 pickup would be huge to close in supply, but no.
Dude, I didn't realize until a moment ago Sonic's Naga was still level 1. Jeez Louise.
Finally Fork Lightning. Fork Lightning level 2 for Colorful already. I think there was an attack upgrade queued. It's a lot of archers. I'm not sure if they have marksmanship or not. Hunter's Hold should have been rebuilt by now.
So is he gonna go into upkeep now or what? Hells yeah.
Yeah, second Engine of War finishes and boom, off we go to 58. Sonic still needs to bank a bit. There could be one play, like to stall and dodge fights. Because he has the Echo lead.
Once again gonna be forced away from a creep camp. More experience.
And items as well. Yeah, Colorful is just dealing with every threat very, very easily. Super calm, super collected. A lot of routine.
Showing just how strong of a player he is here, right, Neil?
Sure. Sonic needs to take risks to level up. Or does he have the patience to pounce on this creep jack?
Dude, they're not playing a single Dryad, by the way.
Yeah.
Is this new meta? 0 Dryads? Aren't Dryads like really good against Reju?
They are. You can use Wisps as well. And you have to bring them, of course. They cost a lot more throughout the entire game. Roar on both sides. Sonic is not in fighting shape. He's 20 supply down. When can Colorful engage into the base? I think he's making the call for it now.
Yeah, I think this might be the time. We see the bears here for Sonic. 0-0 upgraded against 0-0.
Yeah, he had no gold for upgrades. He was just trying to catch up. If this goes to 80-80 or 70-70, it's still so much supply stuck in archers for Colorful. That's maybe the silver lining. But he's playing the smart 2 heal scrolls and the protector scroll.
And off we go. Wisps have been brought. Gonna connect with the detonates here, I guess, in a second. Scroll of protection as well. Massive bear front line. Heal scrolls being used right away. Demon Hunter for Sonic in a bit of trouble right there early on. Left flank is looking better for Colorful, but the right flank is looking much better for Sonic. Kind of breaking through over there.
Sonic is getting a huge concave. So how will this look when the both sides collide? Another bear down for Sonik. Level 4 for the Demon Hunter, making him a mega tank. Colorful was repositioning throughout this fight to fix the right position. And that fix, man, it applies now and it saves him hard. Sonic's bears are just falling. It's the GG and a 3-0 for LP Club.
Solid play. Colorful losing 2 archers in the early. That was a little rough. That gave Sonik the go-ahead to go real Davai and go for that Shredder all-in push. But great patience by Colorful, showing his routine. He has faced that strat many times before, knew exactly what to do. And from that point, Sonik was just super far behind.
Yeah, very unfortunate. We praised uMaD's performance in the first 2 clan wars, especially the one against Rogue Warriors, where they were up against the giants THNV Fly and they played so well and just the score didn't do them justice. Today, it does.
Yeah, it's a rough thing to say, but yeah, it was just super one-sided all the way through.
So, what's their next clan war? It's not going to be an easy one as far as I remember. Tomorrow, they are playing F4. And that could be the decisive match for the 4th place. Or a very decisive one for the 4th place.
Yeah, I think if they lose this one, there's no chance anymore, right?
Yeah, not for the playoffs now. Then they lost to Rogue Warriors, LP and F4, and still have to play ELL. No, unfortunately, that's their playoffs on the line tomorrow. They have to bring it all. They have to bring the absolute A game tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, it's gonna be a tough 24 hours, hard to reset after that beating that they just took, but it's not hopeless for uMaD just yet. So hopefully they're gonna be showing up stronger again tomorrow. This was our first game, clan war of the day. Super quick, man. I don't think we've had a clan war quite so fast yet in this WGTL. And that means we are now looking at our second clan war coming up. And this one is gonna be crazy. Yes. Rogue Warriors against ELL, the 2 best teams in the league.
By far, they're both 3-0. Rogue Warriors is 9-1. ELL is 9-2. It is Infi, TH, Fly versus Lin 120 Law Lion. It doesn't get much better in this league. This is the final that everyone expects. And who's having the better start into the season? Who will march up front? One word for LP. They lost the opening clan war to Rogue Warriors 1 and 3. And we thought, oh yeah, this is not a great start, man. 3 months ago, this looked way better. But then their week 2 was pretty good already with a 3-1 over Rise again. Only losing the game to Moon, which is absolutely no shame. And a big statement here with a 3-0. So LP in shape, or getting in shape again. Good seeds, little surprises in the 2-2s. Their lineups is not to be set in stone, but they always think about their opponents. Good team management as always. So farewell for uMaD for tomorrow. I have a little interview with Colorful here on the stream. Feels like Colorful is becoming more and more like a team captain, with Fortitude declining a little. He's always the one with the interviews. Now he's taking responsibility in the 2-2s as well.
Yeah. He's by far their strongest player now. I mean, that is pretty clear by now. Nice to see him step up so much. Has been getting stronger and stronger.
Still having his off days, but nice to see he enjoys his moment in the limelight, apparently, since this next clan war. I think team games fit him a lot. When his team games have his back, and slowly but steady, he's also like taking responsibility in the big matches, calling the shots. Good development for Fortitude, for Colorful for sure.
And yeah, LP, they're done for the day. They're
face tomorrow.
their remaining matches seem kind of manageable. No, they don't have a match tomorrow.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have more matches next week. Next week they have NP and YR. Both teams that they should fairly easily beat, honestly. But then week 5 is going to be a rough one with F4 and ELL.
Oh, that's gonna be crunch time for the Lao Pao Esports Club in week 5. But of course, it's 2 weeks away from now. All right, then we're getting ready. We get the hype up for Rogue Warriors versus ELL, and we are back after a little break.